ask you know a producer in TV and cinema doesn't get enough credit.
Who?
That's responsible for a lot of people's careers.
Who?
Keenan Ivory Wayans. I was watching a documentary on In Living Color, and the amount of people that came from just that show alone, like Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, like Jennifer Lopez, all the Wayans, the whole Wayans family, like, and what like pretty much Fox did to him to like get him out, buy him out, that type of stuff was like their whole story is crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I mean, I go back to the whole thing of like when you see black people giving people those type of looks, whether if it's your family or whether if it's other people, they're not trying to give you that credit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People are going to tell the story, you know what I'm saying? But when it goes down in history, they're not going to want to give black men credit on how a group of people changed comedy or how a group of black men who are wholesome, who wasn't really doing anything crazy, changed how people look at cinema and look at a network like that.
100%. And like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, just the history of them too. Like the comedy side, like they were like one of the first like groups of people to push the comedic boundaries. Like, because at that time you had like the SNL, but they were kind of like the commercial comedy. But like In Living Color was the exact opposite. It was like they pushed the culture in terms of like the hip hop, all that, and like the jokes they told were like almost crossing the line, but they didn't care. And what the funny part was about is that with production, like you have to get approvals for certain things to go on air and stuff like that, and they have deadlines. So what they would do is like they would write the most vulgar things on like their comedy sketches, submit them, and the stuff that they knew was vulgar that they probably wouldn't accept, they would submit those too. So they wouldn't pick the most vulgar ones, but still get the stuff that they wanted on air, and it was still crossing the boundaries, bro.
Yeah,
that's smart.
I'm not surprised by it. Like I said, it's just more so when you look at the Wayans brothers, you look at their run, you look at how they conquered TV. I'm saying conquered for a reason.
Right.
They had the actual culture of like black people from the Wayans brothers. They had Scary Movie. They had the Scary Movie series.
It was the first halftime show too.
Scary Movie series.
Yeah, Scary Movie series. Yep.
Oh, really? They were behind that?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
And then you have
like all of them?
Yes.
Yeah, like you have to think about it. They have a whole, so they have the Ivory Wayans Productions, and then all of them, all the siblings that they all produce their own content, all that stuff, bro.
That's crazy.
Like White Chicks, all them.
And then
I'm hip to that, but
and then you look at My Wife and Kids.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That captured everyone else.
What was on Major Pain?
It's like
Major Pain.
Like,
yeah.
You see what they did by themselves, bro. And I think that I definitely believe that they don't get enough credit for how they're being looked at. This guy, but
yo, they got some good characters, bro. They got some of the most classic. Go continue what you're saying. We'll go.
They don't get enough credit for what they deserve to TV, especially for what they did for black comedy.
No, 100%. Like the homie the clown, they have so many characters that are just bro.
Homie don't play that.
Yeah, but they have so many different characters that are just like staples in just like our growing up and like the shows that we watched, we loved and things like that. But the thing that surprised me the most was the Super Bowl thing. I didn't know they were the actual first like Super Bowl like halftime show. They were one right before Michael Jackson, like before they start making Super Bowls the biggest thing, because at the time I forget who owned the rights to like the actual Super Bowl, the actual televising of it, but Fox was an up and coming company, and at that time they were like, all right, let us just buy the slot to the halftime show. And what they do, they played In Living Color, and they saw how much money it generated for the Fox network that the next year, like the slot to own the Super Bowl, the advertisers went up, and that's that kind of what stringed the advertising on the Super Bowl and made it what it is today. So they're at the forefront of that, which is crazy. And they don't get credit for that, bro, which is nuts, man. But that's I just had to put that out there, bro. I was watching a doc on that. I think you guys would like it.
I'll probably watch it soon. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. I mean, the whole Super Bowl thing I didn't know, but just looking at how like I said, just looking at how they ran TV for when we were younger, from we were like 8 to like at least like 13, 14. Right. Like who's a staple? Who
do you think's the best like comic to come out of that collective that was on that network or that show?
Marlon.
Maybe Jim Carrey has to be.
So,
I mean Jim Carrey. I mean, yeah, I thought you meant the actual.
Oh, the family.
No. Oh, we could do the family and the actual show. Let's do family, then do Live in Love Color.
Not even just in Living Color. From that whole thing, it's definitely Jim Carrey.
Okay,
like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
You think the best comic you're saying? Like, what do you think the biggest? You think Jamie Foxx is the biggest star, or you think Jim Carrey is the biggest star?
I gotta see that roster.
You said Jamie Foxx or Jim Carrey?
Both. I'm just saying, who do you think's bigger?
Definitely Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Really?
But I think Jim Carrey's definitely probably the best comic that came out of that.
You said Jamie Foxx over Jim Carrey?
It's bigger, yeah.
I don't.
Bigger name, you're saying?
I don't. That's a. I don't know.
Jimmy Foxx did Ray. Do you know how much?
I understand that, but
Ray Charles.
I get you, bro.
Jim Carrey did The Mask.
Okay, he did The Mask, but did The Mask win an award?
The Mask is one of like the most. Let me see.
It's a cult classic. But Ray won an award.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. The Mask isn't one.
Yeah, like He won an award for Red.
He got the Dumb and Dumbers though. He got the.
He do. He got a lot of classes, but what I'm saying is, you also have to look at what Jamie Foxx also did. Jamie Foxx does a lot of other things.
Yeah, he does.
And all his acting isn't just like I just make movies with black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has a lot.
You said
he has Yes Man.
Didn't
Bruce Almighty.
Ray, you said Ray won an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Carrey never won an Oscar.
You're right. Jim Carrey got the Grinch. He got a lot. Jim Carrey. I mean, I don't know. You're right. Jimmy Foxx is probably bigger. You think?
Apparently they said the Truman Show was a.
Yeah, Truman Show was really
that was really good. Do you think that's his best film?
Yeah. Spider-Man: No Way Home for Jamie Foxx. You have Soul. What else? He was in the Jackie Robinson movie. He was in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Who?
Fun with Dick and Jane.
Foxx. Django.
Was he starring in all
Oh
these?
yeah. Django was a hit.
Was Jamie starring in all
Yes.
these? I'm saying I know Django. He was. What was the other one? What was the one you said before that?
The Jackie Robinson. I think he played a side. I think he played a side character. He was in Soul. He was a main character in Soul. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Anchorman.
Yeah. Anchorman 2.
Let me see here. He was in Dreamgirls, Law Abiding Citizen.
They definitely had different demographics. But
their catalogs.
The Grinch was universal.
The Grinch was universal.
Like these are like kid friendly
Bruce Almighty,
PG-13 movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for like R8. Well, when we grew up, R8 demographic. Man. But I'm saying like they're just like two different demographics. I feel like you know what I'm saying.
I get what you mean. I see what you're.
They're two heavyweights though for sure.
Yeah.
You said Marlon's the funniest though out of.
I think Marlon's the funniest.
You think so over Damon?
Damon's fun. I think he's second, but Marlon is funny though.
Damon has some of my favorite skits, bro. Like of all
I will say this though. I feel like Jim Carrey's in more notable movies though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I won't debate that.
It just hits. They both hit in different type of pockets. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you got Marlon over Damon for real, bro.
Yeah.
In what sense though? Like Marlon be.
Which one's the one?
I feel like his. You said what?
Now continue your statement.
Marlon's like personality with his jokes, I think, comes across a little better. Like his facial expressions and all that stuff that he does. Like that's like funny as hell. But
that's
like,
the younger one.
But
right?
Damon's like jokes, I think, are way funnier.
I think they might be funny. I think it's the whole package.
Who's the one that played in like My Wife and Kids and
Damon?
Damon's good because he writes
He writes a lot. Bro.
He's a nut, bro. He's funny too. Yeah, he's funny.
I think that if you look at it from just making specific character roles, I think that Marlon does a lot better job than Damon. I think that Damon can do a lot of the stuff that he already does really, really well. If what I'm saying makes sense.
Yeah.
If we're talking about, I feel like Damon's more like naturally funny than Marlon.
You think so? I think Marlon's naturally funny.
You think?
Yeah. Marlon doesn't even have to try, bro. He just like when what's his name? Awanda on when they did the skit with the Ugly Man vs Ugly Woman, like he was natural, bro. He just made that joint up, bro. He just started because, like I said, his facial expression, his natural like personality is just funny, bro. Like Damon gets into characters, like what I'm saying. He'll write a character to get into it.
Yeah,
like Marlon can just go on the stage and freestyle, just be funny, bro. Like, but that's just my thoughts on it.
True.